welcome to this week's Three Legs, Four Wheels F1 podcast. It's Paul here with...
Sean.
Chris.
And Kieran.
I was really waiting for the robot voice there.
No.
It was the way
I
you
said I wasn't going to.
Yeah, I know. And did I believe you?
Yeah, fair enough.
Day late this week due to geekiness reasons, but we did get the first line from Star Wars question right.
Good.
Excellent.
I couldn't get it right, put it that way.
Yeah. Kieran, do you know what the first line in Star Wars was and who spoke it? We're talking original Star Wars, New Hope, Episode 4.
Oh, no. Oh, I hope my dad isn't listening. Okay, so Episode 4.
I mean, I am that old. When it came out, it was just called Star Wars.
Oh, no. Can I think about it?
Yep, you can come
Can
back.
you ask me again at the end of the podcast?
You can come back to that at any time.
Good, thank you.
So we had an interesting weekend in Brazil this weekend.
Well, the sport did. We
personally weren't there.
We personally didn't. We watched an interesting weekend in Brazil.
We did.
Yes. Thankfully, none of the absolutely ridiculous weather turned up, although there were still some after effects during the sprint on Saturday.
It was moist, wasn't it? It was a bit moist.
I think at one point it looked like it was going to be a replay of the 2005 race where they called it the world's most expensive car park at the time, when everybody else went off at turn 3.
Yeah, 2003 I was say because they showed it over the weekend.
Oh yes, it would. Yes, it
Where
was 2003.
a little stream got everyone.
Yes.
Where I think Pitsonia hit Montoya and then Schumacher hit Pitsonia and yeah,
and everybody just ended up parked against the barriers, and we thought we were going to get that at one point during the sprint. An unusual mistake from Piastri. A mistake.
Are they unusual? They're becoming more usual, aren't they?
Yeah.
He wasn't the only one to make it, though, was he? See,
He was not.
Some people... No, they blamed Lando, or Antonelli tried to blame Lando for dragging water onto the circuit. But, I mean, you can drag water onto the circuit, but all 3 drivers who had accidents on the exact same corner on the exact same lap all ran wide.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to fix it for the Sunday just by drilling holes in the corner.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they took
I missed that.
Yeah, they took an angle grinder and like cut a line in the concrete. Like, okay, I mean, that's a drainage channel, I guess.
Because they've done like diamond cuts, haven't they, across like the whole track after was it last year or the year before?
Yeah, I think it was after last year. The same thing that they did at Kota that everyone hated.
Yes.
But yeah, they put drainage channels in, and then I don't actually think it rained again, so they never got to find out if they worked or not. And we didn't get the cyclone that was promised.
Yeah.
The surrounding weather sort of was there, wasn't it? But it wasn't the centre of the storm.
It wasn't 2023 levels of black cloud.
No.
But yeah, that was fairly interesting day on Saturday. We got to find out how much Ferrari are struggling.
Well, we've seen the whole panoply of Ferrari this weekend minus success, haven't we? Because it was like everything which could go wrong for Ferrari went wrong, apart from, well, no, Leclerc he wasn't great in qualifying until he was. But yeah, they qualified, was it 9th and 11th in the sprint race? I want to say.
Something like that, yeah.
It was 8th and 11th.
So bad qualifying from both drivers, tick. Then in the sprint race, well, they made an impression on Lance Stroll, but that's not hard. They didn't quite make an impression.
They both got into the points, didn't they?
Yeah, Leclerc got past Alonso, didn't he? So it was okay, it was not too bad. And then in qualifying, Lewis got knocked out in Q2 again. Leclerc had a good one, but then come the race, you've got one up Colapinto's rear, and the other one being hit by whoever. Let's call it Antonelli, because it was Antonelli. So you've got them off. You've got two effed off drivers. You've got a chairman who's now mouthing off, going, "Yeah, we shouldn't be talking so much." Ironically, creating what's known in the
More
industry
chatter.
as talk. Yeah, it's just nonsense, absolute nonsense.
Because what is it he said? He said, was it the drivers need to be less focused on themselves and more on the team?
Yeah,
And
basically.
yeah,
It's not great.
the designers and the engineers are great, but the drivers talk too much or something like
I
that.
see.
I mean, they could be doing with building a better car that they could win more races with, or any races would do. They just had the one sprint win, haven't they, this year with
Yes.
Hamilton in China, and Leclerc's had a few podiums. Are we going to start? Do we go into the Grand Prix as well, talking about Ferrari because they are the only team to DNF?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think, well, I mean, we can carry on with this because I've got the Elkan quote here, and he's talking about winning the endurance world titles, drivers and constructors.
Okay, not the same, but okay.
Yeah, not even run by Ferrari themselves; they are run by AF Corsa,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
the F may stand for Ferrari, but it's not that Ferrari.
Yeah, it's a race team with Ferrari factory support. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
So, no, they didn't win the. Their cars won. They didn't.
So what he's saying is that the letting Kimi Räikkönen, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso go was fine, but what he really regrets is letting Antonio Giovinazzi leave.
Yes.
Mm.
who, as well as becoming world champion at the weekend, on the same day became a dad. Busy day.
Yeah.
Oh, busy day! Yeah,
Very busy day.
Sorry,
Wow.
sorry,
Wow.
sorry, child, winning a world championship.
I mean-
later.
Bit busy day, sort of. I'd say his work was done 9-ish months before.
Probably, yes.
I would say, Cole, you've had a big day. If I was Mrs. Giovinazzi there, I'd be going, "You did fuck all."
No, come on. He participated.
He did, yeah.
Is the participation trophy now called the WEC World Championship?
Wondering where that was going for a second.
So did I. I had my finger hovering over that make louder button. I mean, Jacques button.
Oh,
Yeah. Sadly, I don't have a boing sound effect on my pad.
Does come as a great surprise.
Yeah, Vectis Radio don't require that one on the breakfast show that often.
But yeah, Ferrari then going from disaster to adequacy to semi-disaster and partial adequacy to disaster.
Can I just very briefly acknowledge there are some strange noises in the background here, and it's because it's pissing it down outside, and it's the sound of the rain hitting our parcel blocks.
I can't hear it.
It's very audible to me.
Oh, okay.
So if we lose internet, it's because of the weather.
No, it should be fine. It's just it's damp.
So, I mean, the complete sort of what happened to Ferrari. Lewis rear-ended Colapinto, got his front wing stuck, ended up having to pit under the safety car to get a new front wing with a 5-second penalty. The safety car that was brought out by Charles being an innocent victim.
I think he got the 5-second penalty after they'd yoinked the front wing out, and he had to serve that at the next pit stop.
correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I think they had planned to be the retiring pit stop. But obviously, you've got to serve your penalties, and then they had to send him back out. And
He ended up doing 37 laps.
yeah,
What was the penalty for again? Was it a safety car infringement?
No, he hit
no, I think
Colapinto.
it was twatting Colapinto.
Oh, right. Good point.
Yeah, he was
That'll
actually
do
hitting
it.
Colapinto and sticking the front wing under the front wheel.
Just because he got damaged, still not meant to drive into Colapinto.
Yeah, frowned upon.
So, yeah, I don't think Ferrari want to talk about that weekend, but then again, I don't think the drivers are actually allowed to.
No, and also it's the kind of circuit that they've been struggling at all year long, isn't it? Ferrari have been pretty good when it's been like, long straights, brake hard, long straights, brake hard, they've been okay. They've been adequate. But when it's like twisty sections and, requiring, quite a bit of downforce, they've not been very good at all, unless they've worn away the plank under their car. So I think knowing going into Brazil that they were going to be rubbish was probably where Ferrari were, but I didn't quite think they realised how rubbish a weekend it was actually going to be.
Yeah.
They've got 3 races to try and claw back 20-something points against Mercedes, I think it is, who are now ahead of them in second.
No, I can't.
And Red Bull, I think, are ahead of them as well.
I just cannot see that happening.
Yeah,
Especially not given we got Vegas coming up for Mercedes.
Yeah, was it Andrea Stella who said that he expects Vegas to be a Mercedes-Ferrari shootout? So congratulations to Mercedes on their 1-2 finish.
Oh, that'll be a shame if Kimi wins it.
Why? We'll get the Italian national anthem.
We'll get the
Banger.
Italian
Absolutely.
national anthem, but he won't be allowed to have champagne on his first podium win.
Ah, that's the point.
That's a good point. They have to wheel out the carvery like in Betweeners.
But after
Yeah.
after Vegas, it's the Middle East, isn't it? So he wouldn't get champagne there anyway.
So basically, he's got to
He's
win.
done. He's
Yeah.
done for the year.
Yeah, he will not be he will not be getting champagne.
I have some very severe weather going on here as well, so I'm very sorry if you can hear
I thought you were
that.
about to say you had champagne going on there.
There is a weather warning
No.
here for another 45 minutes.
It's in full force.
Didn't they do the soundtrack to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Did they? I'm wondering who that was all these years.
Where are we going to go next? Do you know what? I think it's going to have to be Williams.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, pointless, aren't they?
Yeah, that was.
I don't particularly recall Williams. Was it sort of fairly anonymous?
Well, they had the coolest livery of the week.
Yeah, they did, yeah. The Gulf livery is good.
Yeah.
It was the wrong shade of orange, though. I'm just going to point that out.
Back to my colour blindness. I'm taking your word for that. But yeah, what was it? 11th and 13th in the Grand Prix, and in the sprint, I don't think it was
Sainz-
much better.
Sainz started last in the sprint because he spent Thursday and Friday visiting Vomit Town.
Correct.
So
No, 14th.
an album didn't.
14th and 17th in the sprint, so they were marginally better in the Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it seems like they've really gone downhill.
Were they
I know that
Were they marginally better, or were they 2 Ferrari retirements better?
Did Sainz start from the pit lane in the sprint? I think he might have done.
I think
Yes,
he
I
might
think
have
he did.
done.
There were the same number of DNFs in the sprint as there were in the Grand
okay,
Prix.
fair enough.
You know, it was 3 in each.
Albon, of course, was involved in the Bortoletto smash up in that he wasn't involved at all until he saw the flying carcass of Bortoletto's car fly off in front of him.
I think he
It's
end
a
up
shame
with,
we haven't got
He
that.
took a bit of
on-
evasive manoeuvres, I think. didn't
Yeah,
he?
I think he ended
Yeah.
up with a bit of the car in his
Under
car.
or in, or yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he had the front wing lodged underneath, I think. But yeah, I can't believe we haven't seen the onboard of that yet. Obviously, when they do the onboards live, you only get one version, and there's someone vision mixing live on each car. And they were on the rear view eventually for that, which is a shame because I can't wait to see the front view of it.
Was it 52G, the impact? I don't know if the camera survived.
Oh, I mean on Albon's car.
Oh, on Albon's, right.
For
okay,
him,
I
it's
was gonna
just
say- I thought you-
What the?
Yeah, I have seen it from Colapinto's car, who was following, wasn't he? And that was fairly horrific. But yeah,
Yeah, nasty crash. And also, again, are we moving on to Sauber? Is this on to us? On to
We can
Sauber?
move on to Sauber.
we saw Williams,
Yeah.
Sauber,
Yeah, we can.
Williams, Sauber, Alpine.
Yeah.
With Sauber, the comedy moment of the weekend for me was Bortoletto's crash, and I realise how that sounds, but it's the words that what's its face Crofty uses. They open up a mini box on the final lap, and Crofty says something on the lines of, Bortoletto is being really G'd on by his home crowd. Oh, he's in the wall! Not mentioning wall race and go, wonderful. Gabriele Bortoletto. He's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hell of a crash on Saturday. That was
It was an interesting snap, wasn't it? Because it just snapped sideways. And I've seen pictures of saying, his DRS was still open. I mean, you must have touched the brake pedal at some point.
Yeah, because I mean, the DRS shut just before he snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was braking later because he was going. I think he was going for a move on Albon.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But when he went to jink out to take the inside line, his car just went, no, I'm all right, thanks. And just went sideways instead.
And then every conceivable direction at once.
Including up.
Yeah, in all dimensions. I don't know what you can say. I mean, it says a hell of a lot for safety, which we usually say after every massive shunt. But it also says a hell of a lot for the Sauber team that they got him out for an outlap in qualifying.
I didn't think they did they? I thought he was still in the car.
No, I don't think so.
No, they didn't. You're right.
Oh, didn't he? Oh,
no. He got his helmet on. He sat in it and then went nowhere.
Oh yeah, the engine. Yeah. The engine wouldn't fire up.
Yeah. So, also talking about safety, I just want to say on the 3-car incident in the sprint, Colapinto's smash was actually quite hard as well.
Yeah.
And I think he was quite winded when he got out of the car.
He did look a bit sort of tentative as he was walking away from it. Oh, well, being helped away from it.
I was like, "Oh, that's a hard smash." Actually, no, it wasn't. Porto had to go and do better than everyone else, didn't he? A few laps later. But yeah, Colapinto's smash was because obviously we saw Piastri sort of rear end into the wall. Okay, fine. Yeah, no, he's going to be okay from that. Hulkenberg clipped and took his front wing off. Yeah, okay, nothing doing there really. Hulkenberg got back on the track and went round and managed to get into the pits again. And then Colapinto was quite the smash.
Yes. Yeah.
I like the way that Hulkenberg nearly drives into the smash. He's trying to recover himself from a situation, and Colapinto rocks up and spreads his debris on Hulkenberg. He's going, I'm trying to drive. I think he hits one of those Aramco boards, and it wobbles into Hulkenberg, having to drive over it like some sort of 70s cop show with a cardboard box.
One thing about the aftermath of that, what issue did Joe Bauer have with Hulk's replacement rear wing? Because he couldn't really expect to put the same one back on, not with all the bits that were falling off it in the pit lane.
Yeah, he was very concerned about what Sauber were doing. I wonder if it was trying to make sure that was it the same spec.
They were weighing it, weren't they, on some actual human scales? And I think the problem they had was that all the bits weren't there, so they had to be like, well, if the bits were all there, it would weigh X amount of kilos, but because they're not all there, you have to just trust us.
Now that's the thing, because Martin Brundle actually mentioned that the cars aren't in parc fermé conditions as soon as the sprint race starts. So
you can't change spec mid-race though.
But they're under red flag, so you should be able to.
Okay. Interesting.
I thought for damage you had to change like for like under a red flag.
I
think you're probably right.
I just wonder if there's some kind of
it's maybe not in the spirit of things, but maybe it's not technically written down like that.
Yeah, it's loopholery. I think is
because they looked like they were. I mean, obviously you don't know how long a red flag's going to be, so if you're going to do some repairs, you've got to get on with it. But they looked like they were very quickly trying to get that rear wing on there before anyone noticed.
Yeah, I didn't see any further mention of that.
I'm quite impressed that for the most technological sport in the world, the height of technology, the height of engineering, they've popped down and bought some Matsui kitchen scales to weigh a rear wing on. Something bigger.
I mean, don't forget
maybe
the DRS gap. They use a ball on a stick.
Good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, let's go back to the race. Yeah, Alpine is probably a good shout. First points for the team since Spa.
Wow.
Well, first points for Gasly since Spa because nobody else in the team has scored points.
Yeah.
Although Colapinto now has another year,
Yes.
asterisk Flavio permitting.
Here's another 6 races, budget permitting.
Have they done the right thing, re-signing Colapinto for another year?
I don't know.
No, I
Colapinto
don't
is
know.
yeah, he appeared to have flashes of brilliance when he stood in for Williams, but I don't know that we've really seen that with Alpine this year.
No.
Somebody said on Saturday, I can't remember who, but he's crashing less, and that's a good start.
I suppose
And
it's
then
a
he
ca-
crashed.
And then he crashed.
Yeah. I suppose it's a case of if not Colapinto, who?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
They tested Paul Aaron, and his times were very similar. And apparently, Flavio's words were, "It's not all about the time." So obviously, Colapinto's got better financial backing.
Yes, there's a
Yeah.
big yellow supermarket logo on that car now, isn't there? I think courtesy of him.
Yeah, Paul Aaron is just Colapinto without funding, I sense. He went out and tested it at Abu Dhabi a few weeks ago. Paul Aaron binned it. So did Colapinto, to be fair. They both binned it. So I sense that it was more about a lack of options than a field of quality that they could choose from. I think that I'm going to spend all of this winter going, if I was them, I'd just spend the money on Yuki Tsunoda, about half the teams on the grid. But I do think they could probably do with Yuki Tsunoda in the sense that he's going to probably get sacked by Red Bull. Him and
Yeah.
Gasly get on well. They drive a car very similar to Alpine in their past, the AlphaTauri. Similar pace, similar sort of track positioning, or shall I say, league positioning. And Flavio with Tsunoda, well, yeah, that's the end of that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're out of options.
both been utterly shafted by Helmut.
No. You.
Oh, come on! I was setting you up for that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I don't have the Swanee whistle sound effect on my pad either.
If you want to donate money to help Kieran get a bigger sound pad, then just go to patreon.com/3legs4wheels and sign up there.
I don't think it's even a case of a bigger sound pack. It's the fact I've got utter tosh on here. I think that's more the problem.
So you filled your available options with shite.
Yeah, I've got 5 Hollywood Halloween background music beds I could get rid of.
Get rid of them. The season is over.
Yeah. I don't think you need this. I think that can go. I don't think you need this one. That can go. So yeah, I need to get rid of some shite.
Well, I mean, you might want to keep that just in case the X Factor comes calling.
Surprise! No, I use that for my my I say co-presenter, the person who presents the mid-morning show after me, Ronaldo. I G him up at the end with some of that. He is a 72-year-old bowls player, so I don't...
And he needs.
I was going to say you.
Yeah, he's still banging them in regularly for Portugal.
Very often I do. I mean,
What do you do on Friday mornings, Kieran? I G up Ronaldo by echoing my voice.
It is very much a sort of coming up next. It's the mid-morning show with Ronaldo. It's a lot of that.
I actually quite like that.
I've got to start listening to another island's radio station.
You should do that though when he's doing his bowls. When it's his turn to bowl.
Yeah. On Hockey Free, Ronaldo.
Fear we may have gone off on a tangent.
May.
What gives you this idea?
Just a hunch.
Gonna find a photo of Ron and stick him in the group chat.
So, what I was going to say about Pierre Gasly this weekend was even he didn't know why the car was so quick.
They liked Brazil
Yeah.
though, didn't they? They had a disproportionately good Brazil last year. Maybe it's just an Alpine track.
I mean, it's the Brazilian party scene is amazing, so that Flavio is in his zone. But yeah, I think that's the last decent result we'll get out of them all season. But at least it means that they did score points between Spa and the end of the year for once. Right, we haven't done Aston Martin, and probably with good reason, because they are this week's Sauber.
This is not a circuit for Aston Martin, is it? I mean,
Well, it was on Friday, wasn't it? And then
Alonso
it
was
all
doing
went
really
away.
well in sprint quali, wasn't he? Really well. At one
And
point,
Stroll,
he was
Stroll as well.
yeah, he's P1 in SQ2, I think. But so he was doing really, really well. Nobody got near his time, and I was like, oh, is Aston Martin maybe going to pull a rabbit out of the hat at this one? But yeah, as the weekend unfolded, they just no, it didn't happen. Everybody else improved, Aston Martin did not.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time difference between what it was like in SQ2 and SQ3. 109.3, fastest time in SQ2. Just under half a tenth faster than Lando, and then SQ3 109.496. So he actually managed to go slower.
Yeah.
Okay, he lost out on fourth place
Yeah.
by 1,000th of a second, but the time that he had in SQ2 was still only good enough for fourth place. Third place. Actually, no, make that second. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't read figures. Look, I've had a traumatic day. I went for a blood test this morning and they couldn't find any.
Really?
Yeah, the phlebotomist stuck the needle in that far. I thought she was trying to take a sample of the stuffing out of the chair arm I was sat on. Still didn't actually manage to get a vein.
Sorry to hear it. Worst nightmare.
Yeah, and I hate needles. So now I've got to go back and
Do it all over again.
do it all over again.
Well, better hydrated.
Well, better hydrated in the other arm. Well, the other arm will be better hydrated as well as the rest of my body. So, yeah, SQ2, great. SQ3 and everything after, where the hell were they?
So Alonso had a good battle with. Well, initially it looked like he was going to knock on to Max, but he ended up being overtaken by Leclerc, didn't he, in the sprint race? Stroll was on for a point, his first point in 6 races, maybe 6 races. But then he got Gasly'd, and he said at the end of the race, "Oh well, he was really he is a knob." He said, "Oh well, obviously that was going to happen. I was on the soft tires. The soft tires were obviously going to fall off. I was never going to keep that position. Gasly was always going to overtake me." Yeah. So what tires were Gasly on? Oh, the soft tires.
I mean, yeah,
Knob.
Equal opportunities there.
yeah, no. Alonso just seemed to stop defending and was just phoning it. Next year's car's going to have to be something special.
Yeah, I don't
Because-
know.
well,
Much
because
like
it's-
Ferrari, they need a complete overhaul, don't they? You know, it's not just we're getting Mercedes engines, Honda engines for Aston Martin, isn't it? Alpine are getting the Mercedes engines, Aston Martin are getting the Honda engines, but they need not just Adrian Newey at Aston Martin. They need complete pull out everything that wasn't working and plug in all new things.
Well, he came 16th this week, two places behind Alonso. Yeah, a just complete anonymous weekend, really,
Yeah.
for the vast majority. Right, we've done Sauber. Didn't mention Hulk too much in the race, but it was just another pretty solid Hulk performance.
He was on the soft tires for a very long time, It looked like that was going to work out for him, but in the end, he lost 1 or 2 places, didn't he? He lost one to Lawson, and who finished 8th?
Hadjar.
Hadjar. So
Yeah.
he lost out to both the RBs. In
Yeah,
the
I mean,
end.
he was part of the 10-car train. Yeah, Lawson down to Stroll was 6 seconds at the end.
So what's that? 7th to 16th?
Yeah,
Wow.
Sounds pretty tight.
And normally that would be, a fantastic battle to watch, but because of Piastri and Russell and Antonelli and Max, it was just sort of,
and to be honest, it would have been an 11-car train if it hadn't been for Yuki's penalty, because he finished just over 10 seconds behind everybody else.
yeah. That's a real F2 sort of call, isn't it? Having 10-11 in a row across the line.
Yeah. You expect it in the spec series. You don't expect it when everybody's cars, tyres, and strategies are so different.
I mean, to be honest, with the quality of F2 drivers this season, at least they all sort of pass the line facing the right direction.
And they haven't all been sacked from their junior programs.
Yeah, the great.
Unlike all of the F2 drivers this year.
Yeah, the great McLaren cull.
I mean, you can kind of see McLaren's point in that they're not going to be replacing a driver for a little while, you would imagine.
Yeah, they're set.
It depends when that pay-per-view fight on DAZN is between Andreas Stella and Mark Webber.
Yeah.
Red Bull have ditched Pepe Marti today. He's out.
Is he going to Formula E next year?
He tested a Formula E car,
had
didn't
it in
he?
my head he was going there, yeah.
Yeah.
Those new Formula E cars do actually look cool when they're standing still. It's a shame they've got to ruin it by moving them.
But they are real because there's already been one on track.
Oh.
And did it look a lot less cool than it should?
No, it looked pretty much like the actual picture that we saw. It's not that far off.
Oh, okay.
I mean, every time a new generation of Formula E car comes out...
Yeah, they do a good render, don't they?
Yeah, but it's getting closer and closer to something that could pass as a Batmobile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the day where all the drivers have to wear capes.
Was it season 2 where they had to stop switching cars halfway through a race?
I think there's a few in, wasn't it?
It was Gen 2. It wasn't Season 2.
Gen 2, so that was like, what, 4th year in?
About
5th year in, maybe?
4 or 5 years. Because
Yeah.
we all pay so much attention, we know what happened. Did we actually watch any of this season?
I don't
can't
think
remember.
we did, no.
No, I lost it when I was in America and I never got it back. But I heard Ollie Rowland won.
Oh, congratulations, Ollie Rowland. Another former McLaren young driver who's got binned, then.
Also, for fans of occasional references to Manx politics, someone who inadvertently got a name check in a debate about 20-mile-an-hour speed limits recently.
Ollie Rowland?
Yes. He has a second cousin who is in the Isle of Man Parliament, and she was making the point that she is not anti-speed due to her motorsports relations, including the Formula E champion.
Right.
Well, that's thrown a complete curveball.
It was one of those like, hang on, what?
I'm not against speed limits because look at my cousin.
Yeah.
Or whatever he is.
The fastest man on electric.
I mean, okay, but I mean, that's not you, so...
Clang.
So I was going to say Pepe Marti gets binned by Red Bull, but Kushmini is still there.
I thought Kushmini was with Alpine.
No,
yeah.
they have previously binned him,
Oh,
haven't
Pepe
they?
Marti is going to be Dan Ticktum's teammate next year.
Oh, thoughts and prayers.
No.
God,
Oh, goodness me.
he is the only thing worth listening to in Formula E.
Yeah, I'll go with that since Franchitti left.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've replaced him with Soloff. Is it Soloff? It's not to Soloff, is it?
Yeah, no, it's sort of Solov. Yeah,
Nicholas Solov.
Solov.
Yeah, good. Okay, yeah. They've replaced him with Soloff for the last 2 races at Campos.
Ooh, Red Bull. Yeah, Red Bull have been signing some noobs in the last couple of weeks. There are some very unfamiliar names in their junior squad now.
And even hit puberty yet.
Possibly.
We'll tell you what, we'll do RB then.
Whatever happened to Mads Ho?
Who?
There was an F4 champion called Mad Ho or Mads Ho.
Was he from Hong Kong?
I thought he was someone like Danish,
Oh, okay.
maybe or Norwegian. He was
Mad
with Red
Ho.
Bull for a while.
That's an
Mad
amazing name.
Ho. I think it's spelled Mads, like Mads, but I'm sure he was pronounced Mad Ho.
Right.
Oh, if that's Danish, that'll be Max.
I mean, if you type in Mad Ho into Wikipedia,
okay.
the first thing that comes up is mad honey, psychoactive type of honey containing granotoxins.
I don't want to Google Mad Ho.
I've googled it, and I'm mostly getting like fan art for Mads Mikkelsen.
You've got to put driver after it, you see. There you go. I have done it.
I'm pretty sure he's like the Ha Clinton Dix of junior racing.
Ha
Essentially,
Clinton Dix.
Mad Ho. Yeah,
Mads
I'm sure
Villas Ho. That's his name. He's a Danish racing driver. He competes in Danish Formula 4 Championship in the F5 category with the Mads Ho Motorsport team.
What in the shit is F5?
I don't want to be too
cars?
simplistic, but yeah,
He has his own team, so I mean, I'd drive for Mads Ho.
Someone clip that. Someone please clip that.
I think that. I was going to go. I think that's called curb crawling. Yeah, let's talk about RB instead.
Sorry.
Talking of Mads Ho, RB.
Good weekend.
Yeah, I mean, they were the by the end of qualifying, they were the strongest of the Red Bull teams.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
they
a
were, yeah.
throughout the sprint race, the chatter was that Aston Martin would have a good weekend. They've qualified well. RB have qualified badly, and therefore Aston Martin are going to solidify their 6th place in the championship they're aiming for ahead of RB. And then come the actual race, it all flipped to its head, and RB picked up a bunch of points.
Yeah, it was a good pair of races for both drivers, really. Although I don't think Ollie Behrman will be sending Liam Lawson a Christmas card.
No, that was it. That kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hadjar and Lawson also had a minor coming together on the last lap of the Grand Prix as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hadjar tried to pass Lawson, and they had a little touch, front wing to rear. Hadjar's front wing to Lawson's rear wheel. It wasn't major. It was just a little thing. But I mean, had he taken Hadjar's rear wing off, then I think that might have been something to, have a nasty debrief about. But no, I mean, it was they were both very friendly about it after the race. Liam said, "Look, if I was in his position, I'd have done the same thing." And Isaac said, "Well, I had to try. I don't care if he's my teammate. I still got to try and beat him."
Yeah. It looked like they had a lot of fun in the driver parade, little pedal car things,
Yes.
electric cars.
Although a couple of them broke down.
Yeah, the Mercedes and the Aston Martin broke down. So the Mercedes broke down, and Mercedes got a lift with Red Bull. They jumped in the car with Verstappen and Tsunoda.
Russell did. They left Kimi behind.
Kimi jumped on with Hulkenberg, went back and picked up Kimi.
Nice.
Kimi stopped. So
So Hulkenberg had his own car, didn't he? Because Bortoleto had his own car, which is Brazilian. So Hulkenberg was in the Sauber by himself.
The grid was, they had one for Bert Meinlander, a safety car one.
They had a Bert Meinlander little pedal car.
Then they put Bortoleto and Hulkenberg in separate cars on the front row, and Bortoletto was too busy waving to the crowd that everyone else took off. And by that point, he was last, whilst Bortoletto did his little thing. And then they started fart-arsing about, and Hulkenberg was just picking up the scraps. You know, the Mercedes breaks down. You want a lift, Kimmy? Yes, please. All right, hop in. It's only for one, but, you know, squeeze in. Yeah, good fun.
And the McLaren boys picked up the Aston Martin team.
Yeah.
So the McLaren came back with an extra Alonso and Stroll.
And
Who looked like they're having fun.
And Williams missed half the circuit. Carlos took a turn and took the old circuit, which is now a service road, and missed out all of the, for want of a better description, infield section.
Yeah, well, Charles Leclerc did the same, except he decided the grass was a good place to go.
Yeah, I love the idea that the Williams just went, do you want to sop this off? Yeah, right, let's do that. Pull off it. Skip the rest. Oh, did you see them running to get to the car?
Oh, because they all wanted to
drivers?
drive.
Yeah. Albon looks over and goes, oh, there's only one seat in the front. And he legs it down there. Sainz catches on. And Sainz doesn't run or anything. He just sticks one arm out and nearly with one arm pulls all of Albon back like something out of a cartoon. But no, yeah, Albon got there first, but they were just like a pair of kids just trying to get through the crowd.
That'll turn up on YouTube somewhere. What should we do next? Haas. Ocon with his pit lane start, which what was he hoping to do? Follow Max through the field?
Well, he was similar to Max in that he got a puncture under the safety car.
Yeah, was that through? I'm wondering if they ran over some of the debris caused by Hamilton deciding to dismantle his front wing, or one of the other things that happened, as to whether or not they actually that's where they picked up their punctures. But yeah, they both got punctures. But also, did Ocon change the setup on his car much like Max Verstappen did? I mean, I know Max literally put a brand new car on the track on Sunday
I
compared
think
to what he had
Ocon
on
had a
Saturday.
new engine as well, didn't he?
Ocon had a new ICE. That was all. Max changed everything, including a new exhaust, but he's still in the limits of numbers of exhaust you can use.
Yeah,
but I assume they must have done something to the setup on Ocon's car because they had the opportunity. Because obviously, once you change the engine, it's out of parc fermé. Yes, you got pit lane start, but you can do what the hell you want to it from there on.
And we've seen what a new engine does around Brazil, especially for Lewis a few years ago.
Yeah,
it's a powerful circuit.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, very true. But on the other side of the Haas garage, another great one from Behrman.
Yeah, he's got on good form, isn't he? Although he did get another penalty point, didn't he?
Just after he had some taken off.
Yeah, just as well.
Yep.
That's a little unfortunate, that one. I don't think he did squeeze Lawson, but Lawson was going into a closing gap a little bit. And then Lawson had the whole track to avoid him and somehow still hit him. A little unfortunate. I sort of get it, but I don't know. I'm not certain on that one.
I think it was you're both going to have the same effective penalty for both messing about.
Yeah.
Nobody owned up to it, so everyone gets blamed.
Just before coming up to record, we watched the Passenger Princess with Amelia. Is it de Moldenberg? Amelia de Moldenberg, who does Chicken Shop Date, where she gets F1 drivers to teach her how to drive, and they're like 10-minute episodes on YouTube. And the one with Ollie Behrman, you instantly get the sort of impression that he's a lovely guy. He just seems like a really nice, down-to-earth kid.
That's good.
Well, worth checking out.
I'll have to watch that, and I should start something of my own, get professional drivers to teach me how to drive and get it paid for by advertising, because that'll be cheaper than paying for driving lessons.
Passenger Paul.
Oh yeah, heads up, I might be in a bad mood next Monday. I've got my theory test again in the afternoon.
Okay.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Now, I think with everything else that went on, we're probably going to end up doing the top three teams together because they were all very much intermingled and Yuki.
I was going to say, you could do them driver by driver here.
Last.
Yes,
last
yes, of
because
course,
of his
because of the
penalty.
penalty. Yes.
Yeah, even if he hadn't have had the penalty, he would still have been last because he was round about 10.2 seconds behind Stroll, and it was a 10-second penalty. What was it for? Because I didn't.
The second penalty was for not serving the first penalty correctly.
Oh
was it?
yes, it
Yeah.
was.
The
Yes.
first penalty
he
I've
got-
forgotten all about.
Didn't he hit somebody?
Possibly.
He took out Stroll. He spun Stroll.
Correct. Yeah, he spun Stroll round at the hairpin, didn't he, in the middle of the lap? And it was a little bit Leroy Jenkins. There was no move on anywhere near, and he decided to just pop out behind somebody else and assassinate Lance Stroll.
I feel like that is two drivers that seem to just find each other a bit too often. I don't think that's the first time they've tripped over each other.
No.
I mean, Lance has got previous with everyone.
Well,
You know, remember when he tried to use Fernando as a launch pad at Cota, even before they were teammates? Mm-hmm. And you couldn't even blame him for not looking in his mirrors. That was not looking directly in front of him. But yeah, I think the top five, everything sort of is all in it together. We'll start with Piastri, with everyone saying it was one of the most ridiculous penalties that they've ever seen.
I still disagree.
he hits one car, and because of that car hits another car that then retires. It's not great.
It was
He
also,
lost control.
it was also going into turn one offline and locking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did Antonelli close the
Yeah.
door on him? Possibly. Did Antonelli have the right to close the door on him? Yeah, I would say so.
It was far enough ahead.
If he doesn't lock up, he has room.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He can also go over the curb a little bit as well, because other drivers were going over the curb. Piastri chose not to take to the curb. He did lock. His argument was, and I listened to Jamie Chadwick's argument on Sky afterwards as well, was that the lockup was because he realised that Kimi was turning in on him. Well,
No,
No,
I don't buy it.
yeah,
I don't know. Piastri lost control of the car.
Kimi was turning because he was in the corner.
Yes.
He was in the corner and he had a right to the corner because he was ahead.
It shouldn't have been a surprise that he was taking the corner.
No, so to hit, it was Piastri's front wheel hit Antonelli's back wheel, didn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what bounced Antonelli into Leclerc. So yeah, I mean, on the face of it, I was like, that seems like a fair penalty. And then I've seen all the arguments against it. I mean, I'm not biased against Piastri at all whatsoever, but I still kind of think it's one of those hot-headed moments where he just thought he absolutely had to go for it because of what's his position is in the championship, and it didn't come off. I mean, had it worked, he would look like an absolute hero.
Yeah.
Taking two cars in one corner.
Yeah, it was a win it or bin it moment, and unfortunately ended up with a bin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just lucky he didn't take himself out, really.
two cars on the inside of turn one, always goes down very well at Brazil. I think that we're in a position where Kimi has left him exactly to almost an inch, one car's width. The second you lock up, it's no longer a car's width. It's whatever you're willing to give me on the inside. And that clashes with the rules at that point, because as soon as you hit a driver and you're the one who's locking up, and they've given you a car's width, that's pretty cut and dry. I think it's a Piastri penalty all day. I know people disagree, and I saw the thing with Jamie Chadwick and Karun where they're saying, "Oh well, if you do this, and you know, she was."
Even Charles Leclerc.
That wasn't a very good defense, I realise. Yeah, and Charles turned round, didn't he? He said Kimi has to take his fair share of the blame, a 50-50 share of the blame. I find that when you apply what is known as quote unquote the racing rules, then it is a Piastri penalty. It might not be what we all want to see. The problem is we're racing to these rules at the moment, and therefore that means it's a Piastri penalty.
30 years ago, they got a knighthood and a bonus point.
I think he was right to go for the gap.
Yeah,
He just didn't pull it off.
well, I mean, don't forget,
Yeah.
you are in the land of if you no longer go for a gap.
Mm-hmm.
It was played before the race.
It was played constantly all weekend.
Yes. Yeah. It reminded me of Hill and Schumacher at, I want to say, Silverstone about 30 years ago, when there was a gap. One driver decided there wasn't going to be a gap anymore, and the other driver had already committed. It
Was
felt
Silverstone
like that.
30 years ago.
That's the Johnny Herbert win, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, a side note, I'm listening to their audiobook at the moment, the Hill Herbert one. They couldn't sound... I don't think they were recording that audiobook in the same room as much as they weren't on the same continent recording that. What do you think, Johnny? Well, Damon. Oh, my goodness me. Ah, dear. Have you read what you wrote?
Yeah, it turned up on that gambling site.
Who have we got next?
We have George Russell next. Now, George has got the reputation recently of does sod all race, doesn't get noticed, and somehow ends up on the podium. And I thought that was going to happen again this weekend.
Yeah, that's been his modus operandi pretty much all year.
Yeah, just keep completely under the radar. It's like, bloody hell, he's second. How's he done that?
Yeah.
Was there a stat just before the race that George Russell, for a Grand Prix, has not qualified outside the top 6 all season?
I think that got mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. On that kind of form, if that Mercedes was good, he'd be in for the World Championship.
I think he might be a sneaking outside bet for it next year.
And he is now mathematically eliminated from this year, isn't he?
He is.
As of this weekend, yes. I think he needed to win, and everybody else ahead of him needed to DNF.
Yeah. For the rest of the year.
Yes. But a completely unremarkable drive, and I'm saying that in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, solid sort of 4 stars.
Yeah.
Unimpressive by the standards of what was happening at the weekend, but very good nonetheless.
Yeah. Right, then that brings us on to the third place that nobody thought was actually going to happen at the start of the race.
Well, if anybody could do it, Max could have done it, couldn't he? A few years ago, we saw Lewis do it in that Mercedes, and it's just what a car, what a driver, what a set of circumstances that all just came together all as one. And obviously, Lewis went from the back of the grid to win the race. Max isn't in quite a dominant car this year's Red Bull. It's good. It was even better with a fresh engine and a whole load of new parts bolted onto it for just for the Sunday. But what a drive to get back up to third from the pit lane. That's insane.
Could he have won it? Should he have done his final pit stop?
He seems to think not, and I tend to agree with him because in the last 4 or 5 laps, the tyres that he put on at the last stop were definitely starting to go off because the rear end looked a lot looser, and he was keeping up with Antonelli.
Didn't have the traction though, did he?
He just couldn't.
Didn't have superior traction.
Yeah. I think if he hadn't have stopped, I still think he'd have ended up third.
Yeah, but then you're forcing Lando to overtake him on track.
And Antonelli.
Yeah.
Whose tyres would have been worn as well by then.
Yeah. So I do get what Kieran's saying, but yeah, I think it would have been... I agree with Paul. I think it would have been too much of a stretch to do.
I agree that I don't think he would have won. I think if I was Max, a new set of softs in that situation has to be, Spain conditions, not conditions we had that time, where they'll instantly be up to heat and you can go 3-4 seconds faster a lap each lap. I think he should have stayed out, and if not win, second. Because there's no harm in staying out, especially in your position where you're probably going to lose more points to the eventual championship leader. I'd go for Yahtzee there and try and roll 5-6s. I don't think I would have pitted. But I'm just an idiot on a sofa in Leighton Buzzard. I'm not Hannah Schmitz. Hannah Schmitz probably made the right call. I'm a moron.
I mean, without his early puncture, he would have won.
Potentially.
Yeah, because he would have had a bucket load of tyres all at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that didn't really get mentioned on Saturday and then into Sunday is the fact that Max has all the tyres in the world on a track which will produce safety cars.
Yeah.
Didn't really get discussed.
And I mean, he needed what he used to come third anyway. But yeah, without that early puncture, I think we'd have seen a comfortable Max victory. How you can say a comfortable victory when you start from the pit lane, I have got absolutely no bloody idea. But you know, we all know it. The guy's a generational talent, and maybe it's not the second car that's terrible. Maybe both cars are terrible. It's just that we're not seeing it with the way that Max is driving it, because he can still get decent results when he's complaining like mad about the car, and you can tell that the car's not behaving properly.
Yeah.
So
I think it's... I know it's controversial to have these conversations. I would probably now be putting him above Lewis in this generation's panoply. I imagine if our listenership was 98% British, I'd be getting letters. But it's not. So,
it's not. It's 48% American. So, all hail Logan.
And where has 52-48 ever?
Yeah,
got
never
us into
controversial.
trouble
Never
in history?
controversial.
Never.
That's never been a.
I think
never
in
been
this
a sore point.
generation of cars, that's it's a given for me. Since they, I mean, you could argue all the way up to 21, Max or Lewis, but in terms of drive, which is the better driver?
Hang on.
In
Throwback to an old joke. When 2021 finally happens in 2022.
Indeed, and it did happen. And
I'm never going to make another prediction like that again. Sorry, world.
and since that's happened, Max has been in the class of one. It's only really because this year and towards the tail end of last year that McLaren got their shit together, just as Red Bull started falling apart a little bit around the management, etc. That Max and that Red Bull haven't been able to keep up at the front. But I think when it comes to drivers, there's this era of cars, Max has completely aced it. Whether he'll still be at the top from 26 onwards, who knows? Maybe that'll favour another driver. Maybe that'll be Oliver Behrman. Maybe it'll be George Russell. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Nico Hülkenberg.
I would love to see Max do the Kyle Larson kind of thing, where he's the kind of person to do it because he just loves racing, as he's proved with the races that he did at the Nürburgring. But Kyle Larson in NASCAR and IndyCar and short track oval racing and dirt oval racing and you name it and he will race it. I'd love to see Max do something like that. Then that would shut up the arguments over who's the best driver going at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and do some different disciplines, you mean?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he's happy in Formula One clearly at the moment, but he said he doesn't want to do it forever, so let's see. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
This is why he's got the GT Endurance team.
Mm-hmm.
And are we gonna see him turn up in Le Mans in the next 2 or 3 years? I think we will.
Maybe he'll go for the Triple Crown.
Mm-hmm.
I think Max will be in his 30s doing Le Mans. So we're a few years away. I don't know. That's my guess anyway. A few years.
I think it'll. I don't think it'll happen next year. I can't remember if it clashes with a Grand Prix or not. But
Canada. No, can't remember.
No, Canada.
Canada clashes with the Indy 500.
Yes.
Literally at the same time.
Yeah. Idiots.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see it. Right, moving on. Kimi Antonelli in second.
Which you could have said at any session at any point during any part of the weekend. Two qualifying, second. Sprint race, second. Grand Prix, second.
He's another one like Behrman, just seems to have sort of hit a bit of form after maybe a few kind of rookie moments.
Yeah, a few wobbly races. Well, wobbly mid-season, really. But I mean, this is the best. This is the only time I can think where he's had the only full weekend where he's had the better George Russell the whole weekend.
So, have you heard about the food colouring theory with Kimi Antonelli?
No.
No, I have not.
Because as a teenager, he was having too much Sunny D, and that was affecting his performances, so Toto's made him stop drinking it.
If this was the missing words round on Have I Got News for You, I'd be saying, we'll give you the point. Close enough. Right? So, American 52% of the listeners, or 48, I can't remember which one it is. Look that up. So, there is a food additive called titanium dioxide. It's used in peanut butter M&Ms, which is Kimi Antonelli's favourite snack. And he gave an interview at the start of the season where he said, what tracks are you not looking forward to? And he said a bunch of European ones because they don't let you have the peanut butter M&Ms with the additive. Someone online has put together, I think it's on Reddit, has put together a chart of how well he does compared to the country, whether they allow titanium dioxide in their sweets or not. And, well, remember how bad his time in Europe was this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were all the countries that ban it. So,
So I'm guessing this is
It's-
an EU one, is it? It's not allowed in sort of EU nations.
I'm just
Well,
going
exactly
on Amazon
that.
right now to order myself a box full of these peanut butter M&Ms that Kimi Antonelli so desires.
Yeah,
The-
can you make
the-
it 2 and drop one round for me? I've got a ton of sim races coming up in the next couple of weeks.
You might not crash next time you pass Max Verstappen.
The first 6 races, this titanium dioxide is allowed, and he finished 4th, 6th, 6th, 11th, 6th, 6th. In the next 3 races, Italy, Monaco, and Spain, where it's banned, he was DNF, 18 DNF.
So
In the
That's
last
amazing.
3 European rounds of Belgium, Hungary, and Netherlands, it was banned, and he finished 16th, 10th, 16th. In the last 5 rounds where it's permitted, he's finished 4th, 5th, 13th, 6th, and 2nd.
I don't think we can argue with these results.
Causation and correlation. Let's not confuse the two.
But cold turkey is a hell of a thing.
The best way I can say to describe causation versus correlation is that one of my favorite YouTubers described it by saying, if you eat ice cream, you're more likely to die by sharks.
That is factually true.
Yeah, but it's
Sort of.
nothing to do with each other, really. That's not that's correlation. It's not causation.
Yeah. I'm just throwing that one out there anyway. That's one
But
of
it is
only
interesting. I want to
That's-
find out why.
one of only 2 junk food stories this weekend. The other, which I'm sorry to throw back to Piastri here very quickly, and I think it's an article on motorsport.com where they say that a burger chain in Australia called Grilled, Australian listeners, if you're out there, you'll be able to confirm this. They've had to change their promotion surrounding Piastri. The promotion was that they'd give everyone a bonus burger every time that Piastri finished on the podium after the European rounds of the season. But he hasn't been able to since the Italian Grand Prix. So they've had to change it to, when there's an F1 race on, you can have a bonus burger.
Kind of the opposite of the McDonald's one in, when would it have been, 1984, where you got a scratch card with an event on it, and if you reveal the event, and if the US won gold, you would get a free burger or free meal or free something. And they announced this promotion 3 days before Russia and the entirety of Eastern Europe pulled out.
Oh, okay.
How sad is it that I only know about that because of The Simpsons mocking it?
Yep, same here.
I'm gonna be broke.
Right, that brings us on to Lando. The numbers basically say dominant weekend.
Yeah.
They do, yeah. He was not pleased about it, though, was he? Even though it was only, what was it, a victory by 10 seconds?
What did he want? 15?
30 that he got in Mexico by the looks of things.
Yeah. Yeah, pole win. Very, I would say easy. I don't think it was easy towards the end of the sprint race. He was lucky that, I don't know, he could just about get away a little bit from Antonelli each time in the middle sector. But pretty much perfect.
Yeah, I think he didn't do anything wrong. The tyres were beginning to drop off, but no, didn't really put a foot wrong, and the trophy survived as well.
It was a big trophy, that.
Massive, wasn't it?
It was a good
half the size
trophy.
of it.
I really wanted Yuki to win just to see the size comparison. But yeah, he just went for it. I'm still not making a prediction call on the Drivers' Championship.
I mean, the TV pundits being like, Lando's got one hand on the trophy. No, he hasn't. You've got no hands on the trophy until you cross the line in the last race, or it's mathematically impossible for anyone to catch you. Until then, you've got Felipe Massa probably had one hand on the trophy in 2008.
Again, possibly too soon. That's a point. Did anyone else think that he got a bloody nerve turning up on the grid in the middle of all this, and talking about how he feels wronged and how he wants the money he should have had?
I mean, Brundle asked him about it.
I mean, you couldn't not.
No.
You bump into a mate that you haven't seen for 2 years, and all of a sudden he's grown an extra arm. You're going to talk about the extra arm. But yeah,
Or you completely ignore it. That's the other tactic, isn't it?
we all know each
Like
other.
if someone
None of us would do that.
No, but I mean, if somebody that you know who maybe doesn't have hair turns up and they have hair, you don't mention it.
We'll have this discussion after the show.
There was the time our bald friend turned up to a party wearing a wig, and we thought he was his wife's side piece because we didn't
Yes, I do know
recognise him
about
with
it.
the wig. Like, who is this guy?
So we've got 3 races to go. There are 49 points between first and third.
Max is done, in my view. I think that's Max done.
Depends what happens in Vegas, doesn't it? Because McLaren are not expecting a good race in Vegas. But the last 2 races, they think the circuits will suit their car much better than it will in Vegas. So, yeah, I don't know. If Max is behind the McLarens in Vegas, yeah, I agree. But if Max wins the race and the McLarens are 5th and 6th, then I wouldn't quite count him out, maybe.
Do McLaren start? And I know they're being accused of it anyway, but do McLaren start favouring Lando now, or do they carry on with the what was it? The repercussions where Lando's second choice in qualifying?
Hasn't Zach said he'd rather Max be champion than have to favour either driver?
Oh, I missed that.
I'm
Yes,
sure
he
there was
had.
some wild
Yeah,
quote
no,
like
he
that.
has.
Oh,
said that.
wow.
Yeah.
Don't blame him for that one. I wouldn't want to be in that position. I think it's easier to tell Lando to be a number 2, but if he's the informed driver, he's now 24 points ahead. That's now obviously not going to happen. I don't think they nominate Lando as number 1 yet. I think if we have another, no, I don't think there's any point in doing that. If Max scored 25 points next weekend, Lando scored 18, and Oscar was in the wall down at, I don't know, the Caesar's Palace, then maybe you have that discussion. But I don't think we're going to have that until it's mathematically out of the question.
Yeah, but when it's mathematically out of the question for Oscar to win, then we'll make him number 1 driver, and everyone will complain even more.
Yeah, and that's a bigger problem as well.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, McLaren may have been a little bit hasty getting rid of just about all the young drivers and just signing one that's in Frecker.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Right, rock stars and wankers. Max, definitely rock star.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Lando.
Yeah, I'd say Kimmy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Behrman again.
Yeah, nice and solid performance and outdriving the car, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sauber mechanics.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
clocking up the old sweet overtime. Enjoy your toil, lads.
Oh, Chris, I was about to say, Chris, any thoughts, but he's gone.
Yes, he did have to dip out after 9.
Right, who's going in the wanker category and who's joining Lance Stroll?
Lewis.
It's gonna have to be, isn't it?
Cadillac. For reasons we can't talk about. No. We'll explain in like 3 months' time. I don't know. Who else?
Oh, yeah, I signed an NDA today.
I haven't. No, I think that's I can't really put anyone else in there. I could get a quick rockstar mention to my replacement last week, Sean, who when Crofty came out with the only 2 people have ever finished on the podium from the pit lane before.
Yeah, we know where it came from.
Yeah, that's not coming from the brain of Crofty, is it? That's a Sean stat all day.
That's coming from the phone of Crofty in his WhatsApp.
Yes.
Have we got anything for a participation award?
Williams? Generally.
I'd go Aston Martin as well.
Yeah, there were a couple of teams that I think just kind of were there.
Yeah, they were there for no apparent reason and didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I'd put Colapinto in there as well, because the only thing he did was get crashed into.
He crashed by himself as well.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. That would
the literal opposite.
Crashy.
Yeah, if there's a wall, you'll find him in it. But as someone said, he is crashing less, which is good. He only crashed once all weekend. Of his own accord. Right, as Chris has already disappeared, and Kieran's going to have to vanish soon.
Yeah,
probably about time to call it for this week.
Sorry,
that's all right. It's all right. Thank you for putting up with us being a day late, but we had to go do geeky things last night. Might even do another show next week. How about we do a Patreon show as well next week?
Give it a go. Yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, I didn't answer the Star Wars question.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
I'm guessing in a galaxy far, far away is not allowed.
Yeah, this is spoken word.
And
I don't know.
It's
C-3PO. I know that much.
Yep.
Because it's him and R2 running around going, they've closed down the reactor or whatever it is.
Oh, you were so close.
Oh, that wasn't my guess.
It was.
No,
Did you hear that? And the next line was,
they've closed down
the main reactor.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll take half a point for an answer I didn't give. Well.
I mean, technically, you got it on the spaffer-ish.
Yeah,
if you want to send in an Is That Glock, please. Otherwise, I'll have to write some. Drop us a line, 3legsportwheels@gmail.com, or go on our website at 3legsportwheels.com. Click the link to Discord, and you can drop me a DM there with your Is That Glock questions. And on the socials, you will find us
at Sean Cowper,
at Kieran is boring,
at Pablo100, and Flood is at Flood21. Right, we are going to go and watch a load of Star Wars now. So I've just got in the right mood for it again. All being well, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.